Dupreeh officially retires. EU teams are shuffling their rosters. Blast Austin Major heading into its grand finals. And the leaks to the new update. And that's just the beginning. We've got plenty other CS2 news coming your way. This is CS2 News Hub, and as always, let's get straight to it. We shall kick things off as usual with some roster drama. We've got a bunch of new rumors coming from the Eastern European scene, starting with Bad Boom. The word is they're planning to drop both Zorte and Exile. Stat-wise, both have been underperforming lately, especially Exile. So that sounds kinda logical. And also there's rumors that the former Spirit player Art Frost might be stepping in as the new AWPer. On top of that, Magnojez might be leaving the roster as well, but that's a long shot, and only if Spirit bites him out. Yeah, you heard it right. Rumors say that Team Spirit are eyeing Magnojez from Bad Boom. Also on their shortlist are ZywOo, Result, and Makujin. Just a reminder, these Spirit roster shakeup rumors started right after they got knocked out of the Austin Major, with magisk reportedly at the top of the kick list. But probably the biggest roster move of the week is Kyousuke officially joining Falcons. Yeah guys, that's right, it's official, signed. The organization announced that magisk has been benched, making room for the rising star. Kyousuke himself reacted to the news in his usual calm and low-key style. But let's be real, the entire community has been waiting for this moment. Now, as long as his hands don't start shaking when he sees vitality across the server, Falcons actually have a solid shot, at the very least, to make it out of groups at majors. But anyways guys, who knows? Drop your thoughts about this roster move in the comments below. As for magisk, he just wrote, "The time has now come to look to the next chapter of my career. I feel eager and hungry as ever and can't wait to continue my journey at the highest level of CS and show you what I'm capable of." Maybe it's time for magisk to join Astralis? Who knows? Meanwhile, the developers aren't falling behind the pro scene, as Valve is reportedly gearing up for a huge update. According to a data miner, they're planning to bring back something like the old CSGO 360 subscription, or like Dota Plus if you know what I mean. It would track all your match stats and give you access to games with better servers and improved trust factor. The price is expected to be around $4 a month, just like Dota Plus. The downside here is that in the older version, the subscription was pretty laggy. Moreover, there are tons of free third-party services that already offer detailed stats, so like, why even bother? But bros, there's more. It looks like the retake mode is coming back, though we don't know in what form yet. It could be the classic version or something reworked, like being able to train on your own workshop maps. But us, we're just waiting for the update and all the new bugs it's gonna bring with it. Well, you know, it's CS2. Gabe has only released 3 new cases for CS in the last 2 years. Come on, that's just not enough. CS fans deserve something more exciting. Thankfully, the guys at Bounty Stars have stepped up and created an awesome site for opening CS cases. You know how it works. There's a ton of crates, each packed with specific weapons. Pick a case, open it, and claim your reward. Bounty Stars uses a coin-based system, meaning you get the value of the skin credited to your account, which you can then use to buy items in the stores. So you're not stuck with specific weapon, you just can choose whatever you want. And the coolest part is that you don't have to open cases alone. Invite a friend and try case battles to find out who's the true skin guru. Just pick a case, open it at the same time, and the player with the higher value drop wins. Simple but super fun, and most importantly, fair, thanks to the provably fair system. I also recommend checking out the other game modes, because there's a ton of exciting things to do. Bounty Stars is also great because it rewards your activity. The more you play and level up, the more bonuses you unlock, like monthly rewards or 30% cash back. Plus, the website offers super fast skin withdrawals and plenty of deposit options. So don't wait, use the promo code NEWSHUB or follow the link in the pinned comment to grab a juicy bonus from us. See you on Bounty Stars. Before we dive into the semifinals and finals of the Blast Austin Major, we've gotta talk about one emotional moment that had the entire arena in tears. Right before the grand finals, Dupreeh took the stage and made a heartfelt announcement. The Danish legend officially retired from pro play. He said he's no longer looking for a new team or waiting for any invites, because he's come to the terms with the fact that everything eventually comes to an end. And now, so has his career. I remind you guys that Dupreeh was one of the key pillar during the legendary Astralis era. He lifted 32 trophies and won 5 majors, an all-time record. Fans will always remember his warm smile, those slightly sad but fiery eyes, and an unshakable will to win. Maybe we will see him again soon, inducted into the HLTV Hall of Fame, or carrying the trophy onto the stage of some future LAN, or, as he already does, at the desk of analysts. Still, he won't be wearing any team's jerseys from now on. He'll just be there, watching the game he loves. Peter Dupreeh Rasmussen, thank you for our childhood. See you around. Whatever happens, happens. And while some legends are just earning respect, one of the louder stories this week was the little beef between ChrisJ and Simple. According to ChrisJ, one of the reasons FaZe lost was because Simple skipped Neo's birthday party dinner, allegedly choosing to spend time with his new girlfriend instead. Simple, though, clapped back quickly, saying that he's not even in a relationship and that he missed the dinner because he simply overslept by accident. To which ChrisJ suggested banning players from bringing their girlfriends to tournaments, saying that it could be a distraction. And Simple didn't hold back. He called ChrisJ an idiot and pointed out that 3 FaZe players came to the tournament with their girlfriends or wives anyways. Yeah, kinda cringy conversation, but what can you do? You guys can drop your thoughts on it in the comments below. Now let's finally get to the most intense and emotional part, the major itself. First, semifinals, then the grand finals. Let's start with MOUZ versus Vitality. Both teams had been through a tough road to get here, and neither was ready to call it quits just yet. It all kicked off on Mirage, MOUZ's pick. Things started off well for them. They just took the first 3 rounds and had the economic edge. But one mistake on the T side gave Vitality a window, and FlameZ slammed it open with a huge ace. After that highlight, MOUZ managed to grab just one more round in the half, which ended 8-4 in favor of Vitality. After the side switch, MOUZ did try to mount a comeback. They picked up 4 rounds even, but it wasn't enough. Vitality closed out their opponent's map pick with ease. Although, on Vitality's pick, Inferno, it was a completely different story. MOUZ came in like it was just a chill-faced pug, not a major semi-final, and the first half ended with a brutal 1-11 stomp. And the winning side were MOUZ. Here, people were wondering, are Vitality even trying? In the second half, ZywOo and the boys did manage to take 3 rounds, but that was nowhere near enough. MOUZ closed it out fast and clean. Then came the decider, Train, and once again the script flipped. Vitality shut down the first half 10-2, no much trouble, and Apex pulled off a clutch 1v2. It was beautiful. And after the switch, MOUZ picked up the pistol round and 2 gun rounds, but just couldn't lock down their CT side. They lost their footing, and with it, their shot at the final. After the match, Torji couldn't hold back tears during the interview. You could see how much it hurt him. Thankfully, his teammates rallied around him and supported him like a family, and even gave him the strength to go face the press afterwards. Once again, MOUZ fall to Vitality. But that Inferno proved that they've got what it takes to beat the world's best team, even on their own turf. The second semifinal gave us an unexpected but epic clash, Pain versus the MongolZ. Neither team had ever made it this far at a major, and for the MongolZ, just reaching the semifinals was already historic, the best result ever for the entire Asian region. But the big question was, could they go even further? Let's see. It all kicked off on Mirage, where Pain came out swinging, taking a dominant 5-0 lead and looking completely in control. And that's exactly where the MongolZ were waiting for them. Their opponents got too comfortable. The Mongolian squad struck back and pulled off a 13-round streak. They closed out the first half perfectly and then absolutely demolished Pain on the CT side. It was pure cinema. A 13-round comeback without dropping a single one, yet another historic playoff moment. Map 2 played out in a similar way. Pain won the pistol round, but then the MongolZ went on a 9-round tier. Pain pulled it together near the end of the first half and picked up 2 more rounds. And moreover, after the switch, they managed to grab 2 more. But once the MongolZ Mongols got their economy rolling, it was game over. 9-10 he just couldn't miss, CSGO clutched up, and the whole team looked locked in. A brilliant, nearly flawless performance from the Asian team. Just like that, the Mongols are in the major finals. Who could have thought? Even though the outcome felt predictable on paper, the grand final still promised to be something special. Vitality had beaten the Mongols 7 times in a row before this match. Their playoff run was one of the toughest in major history, and by average opponent rating, it matched Navi's legendary 2021 title run. On the other side, the Mongols had already made their history just by being here, breaking their own record again by reaching the finals. The entire country rallied behind them, with the orgs setting up watch parties all across Mongolia. The biggest one was held at an ice hockey stadium in the capital, with free entry for all. The players were fully locked in. This wasn't just a shot at the trophy, it was a chance for revenge after all those losses to Vitality. And we know how dangerous the Mongols could be when they've got a score to settle. Just ask FaZe Clan. But enough build-up, let's talk about the match itself. It all started on Mirage, the Mongols' pick. Vitality looked solid at first, taking the opening 3 rounds and reminding everyone why they are the #1 team in the world, but that didn't last long. 9-10 and Blitz turned things around with a 2v3 clutch, bringing their team the first round.
Extra layer of pressure, walks while throwing grenades, that's killed, the 9-10 has the cover. Mezzi's gonna try to close the distance, Blitz, good support, Mezzi in the middle goes down, Mongols perfectly pieced together.
You said game starts here, and it did. That rifle.
And from there, the comeback was on. Techno pulled off a huge clutch to tie it up.
Vitality come in again, shoulder to shoulder, this time Mezzi with a bit more support in the Estonian. Space given over to Techno, he catches them off guard. But does he know about Mezzi, who's backed into another clutch, back-to-back 1v1s. This time Techno has the equal amount of health, and the utility here to offset. Not gonna stop him.
Then won another clutch to close the half, and it was all in the Mongols' favor.
Oh, he lets them plant. No way he lets that go down. Now he puts it on to the back of his teammates for the retake.
Wasn't spotted.
It got picked back up. 9-10.
Wait, look how Techno's scaling here.
Oh, perfect. Just through the side of it. Mezzi, how many clutches can he be put into, and how many can he come up with? Health advantage once more. Hits the headshot. And so the Mongols will take a 2.
And after the side switch, the Mongolian defense was just untouchable. They shut down every push, round after round. And 9-10 dropped an ace in the grand finals.
Piecing together some kind of comfort zone. No comfort whatsoever. 9-10 hits another.
He doesn't miss.
Shots. And so this space dries up. He will do it all if he has to. As the others fall for him, no help is coming from Vitality. 9-10 calls the emergency services. Vitality, they dead.
Vitality on the other side couldn't get a single round in the second half. Just like that, the Mongols took Mirage, and they were only 1 map away from winning the major. Oh, and here's the fun fact. The first map became the most watched game of the entire tournament. Next up was Dust 2, picked by Vitality, and things started off brutally for the Mongols. At one point, the score was 1-7. The team desperately needed a hero, and that's when CSGO stepped up with a huge clutch that kept them alive and gave them some breathing room.
Corralled this herd with their backs turned, dealt with swiftly. CSGO's response, but he's gonna find the fire in front of him, and so he's got a hold. Nade takes him down to 10, and now he looks for Mezzi's head. A triple, and finally CSGO comes alive. This is
The Mongols barely managed to close the half at 3-9, but to everyone it was clear that they were hanging by a thread. And well, after the side switched, Vitality didn't let anything slip. They quickly secured the rounds and just pushed the series to the decider. And you know, my friends, Inferno is one of those magical maps. Both teams had strong win rates here, but Vitality previously lost it to Legacy and MOUZ, and both maps were disasters. So So the Mongols knew they had a chance, they just had to stop Vitality from getting an early rhythm. The pistol round was wild, even ending with a knife kill in favor of the Mongols. Although right after, ZywOo clutched a 1v2 with a 5-7, setting the tone for what it was to come. So the first half was a nightmare for the Mongols. They managed to win only one more force buy and dropped 9 rounds total. 9-10, who had been the hero on Mirage, went cold. And then, in a blink of an eye, the score was 12-5. Things looked over until Techno, the lowest rated player on the team, pulled off a miracle 1v2 against Vitality's best riflers. The hope came alive.
But Vitality give him the space, and nobody's gonna swing just yet. They take their time. Sweet time. Techno into the 2. He gets both. But he doesn't find ball immediately. Lucky he's got the kit. Luckily, he's...
Unfortunately, in the very next round, the Mongols gave up the match point. It was quick and painless. And with it, there goes the title.
Unless... and it is not to be. For it is the bees. Today is the day of Vitality.
Vitality claimed their second major title. Apex lifts the trophy for the 3rd time, officially surpassing Dupreeh in career tournament wins. He now has 33 against 32. No surprise, ZywOo got the MVP. It's his second major MVP and the 27th MVP award of his career. He now joins the elite club of players with 2 major MVPs, alongside only coldzera and Device. Apex becomes the first player in history to earn over $2 million in prize money. MOUZ becomes the first ever British player to win a major, and also the first with a mind-bending keybind setup. His forward movement is on right-click, and his backward movement is on spacebar. Can you imagine? Anyways, bloody good job, mate. Proud of ya. Sorry for that. Here comes more facts. FlameZ wins the 22nd major in CS history on June 22nd, on FlameZ's 22nd birthday. Can you imagine? And Rob's finally got his redemption, winning the first major final after falling short 3 times in a row. And hey guys, just if you want, keep hating Vitality. They thrive on it. It only makes them stronger. But also, every medal has 2 sides. For the Mongols, the loss hit hard. After the first map, Mzinho said he already felt like he was lifting the trophy, but from there, things just slipped away. Senzu thanked Vitality for an incredible match and showed love to all the fans who supported them. 9-10, the only player in the final to land an ace, still ended the day on the losing side. But anyways, the Mongols, one hell of a job. We're proud of you guys. Just keep on. One day you might actually do it. Meanwhile, Vitality's dominance continues. 7 tournament finals in a row and 7 wins. Now it's officially the time for a break, but I'm sure guys, these monsters will be back. And you better believe they'll be even scarier. As for what's next, we've got a player break right now. There will be a lot of reshuffles and a lot of drama. And to keep up with the news, don't forget to follow our channel. Now, I'm not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.